Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel for this week's weekly weigh-in where I walk you through my week and results on Weight Watchers. This is weekly weigh-in number 7 if I recall correctly, and today is Friday, October 20th. Let's go ahead and jump right into things, starting with my Smart Points breakdown for the week. As you guys know, every week I break down exactly the amount of points that I eat before I share my results. Friday is my weigh-in day, as you guys can tell, so this is what all information based on this past week from Friday to Friday. Here is my points breakdown for this past week. Friday, 40. Saturday, 51. Sunday, 29. Monday, 27. Tuesday, 32. Wednesday, 41. And Thursday, yesterday, 29. So as you can see, I did not stay anywhere close to a perfect week on Weight Watchers. Perfect being within my Smart Points daily budget and weekly budget. Actually, I did end up, what day was it? Wednesday, I ran out of weeklies and started dipping into my Fit Points, which quite frankly, I was perfectly okay with, and let me tell you why. I also decided to write down the breakdown of my steps according to my Fitbit to give you a better understanding of the week I had. Last Thursday, which is worth mentioning, so my week runs from Friday to Friday, but Thursday was worth mentioning in terms of steps because it was 16,800. Last Friday, 13,500. Saturday, 17,300. Sunday, 14,500. Monday, 15,300. Tuesday, 12,800. Wednesday, 13,700. And yesterday, 13,000. The reason that this is a thing is because I had a ravenously hungry day on Wednesday. I could not be satisfied, and it was driving me up a wall, and I was doing everything I could to stay in my plan. And as I was rummaging through the kitchen trying to figure out what to eat, I knew that it was hunger and not just a desire to binge or an emotional trigger or something like that, because I was not seeking sugar. I was seeking real food, healthy food. And the thing that ended up satisfying me was I had a pack of Sargento extra thin Colby Jack cheese slices, and I had some cheese and Triscuits, and I ended up eating 10 points worth of cheese. But after I ate my cheese and Triscuits, I was satisfied, and I didn't need to eat the rest of the night except for the couple of marshmallows that I had already pre-tracked. So whatever it was the real fat, the real cheese, instead of all the fat-free, low-fat stuff that I've been consuming and normally do consume. For some reason, my body needed that extra something. And I'm thinking it is because of all the activity I got this week and all of the movement. I didn't even go to the gym 2 days this week, or 3 if you include my rest day, which was Sunday. It was all activity of doing. And the more you burn, if you notice, the more you burn, the more you have to eat. And there will be weeks, and I want to know, let me know down below if you have experienced this, where say you're having a week where you are so active and so on and just racking up those steps and racking up those activity points. I racked up over 100 activity points this week, by the way. So you have this awesome week in terms of activity and everything, and you're on points, 30 Smart Points a day or less, and you get on the scale on your weigh-in day, and nothing exciting happens. You thought for sure you were going to have a killer loss, and maybe you only lost like 0.2, or maybe you even gained. Has this ever happened to you? Let me tell you what I think the theory is behind it. The more you burn, the more fuel your body needs to function. And if you are not fueling it properly, your body is going to react in a way that you don't want it to react. It's going to start burning off muscle, it's going to start using other things for energy, and it's not going to be what you want. Remember a couple weeks ago when I had that massive loss and I didn't understand why, because I had eaten so much food? The same thing happened. I fueled myself properly, and that resulted in a decent loss. Now, because you're probably thinking, well, what was your loss? I lost 1 pound on the nose. I was 164.9, and I had a huge gain a couple weeks ago, and I'm working my way back to that. And the week after that gain, I actually lost 0.3, and then marathon weekend, which was last week, the result from the whole marathon craziness was 0. I zeroed out, no gain, no loss, and I was perfectly 100% content with that. So now I'm back on the grind and on the way down, and I lost a pound, and I'm perfectly happy with that because you heard the points hefty days at the beginning of my Weight Watchers week last week. We took Alice to the pumpkin farm. If you guys have seen my vlogs, you know. And I had every intention of indulging in an apple cider donut and all this stuff. I had a fresh set of weeklies. Everything was hunky-dory. I ended up not eating the apple cider donut, but I did go out to dinner with my parents where I did end up eating something I haven't had in ages, and that's French fries. We went to this little local restaurant and they had, I swear, the best freaking French fries, and I ate every single one that came with my little turkey wrap, and it was divine. And I was like, well, that's not something I do very often, but worth it. Tracked it. And then the next night, while we were at church, we ran into a group of our friends who were already planning on doing something, so they invited us to come with, which resulted in Chipotle for dinner, and I know my Chipotle is 16 smart points, that was no problem. The problem, which wasn't really a problem, was afterwards they decided to introduce my husband to Culver's, which is, I don't know if it's local or not, I think it's more of a Midwest thing. Let me know if you guys have a Culver's where you are. They wanted to introduce him to the frozen custard. So he and I, we were good. We split a small vanilla and we had cookie dough and Oreos in it. No problem. Easy peasy. So I hopped on after I ate it and I decided that a small was like the equivalent of 2 minis. So I tracked a mini Oreo concrete mixer and I looked it up and the stupid mini was 22 smart points. And I was like, well, there go my weeklies. So as of Saturday, my weigh-in day is Friday. As of Saturday, I had 4 weekly smart points left. Woo, what a way to start the week, huh? But because I was so active all weekend long, the pumpkin farm, we were doing all this stuff Saturday, my husband and I got up, shot out of bed, and went straight over to Body Pump, and I did some cardio after the fact. I had my 10,000 steps by 11 a.m., and I still had a lot of stuff on my feet to do. So between those 2 days and then my ravenously hungry, I can't contain myself, what is wrong with me day on Wednesday, I definitely went over into my fit points, but because of my activity, it didn't really matter. And clearly because I had managed to lose a pound, and I really wasn't sure what was going to happen because yes, I was moving, but yes, I really had some high calorie stuff and high point stuff and whatnot, and it all worked out. It all balanced out, and I'm super stoked about that. Something else that I did this week was I started trying new foods. I got my hands on some carnival squash while I was at the pumpkin farm, and I ended up cutting them up and roasted them with just some cinnamon and sugar-free maple syrup on them for like a sweet treat, and I've been enjoying that for 0 smart points. I have 1 left, 1/2 of 1 left, and then today I am actually doing several new and exciting things. For one, I finished making, and my dinner is in the oven as we speak, Daily Dose of Pepper blogs. I think it's, yeah, it's a blog. Her name's Daily Dose of Pepper. She has a 0 smart point marinara. I made my own marinara sauce today, and oh my goodness, I'm so excited to use it. And what I'm using it for is I'm going to take the spaghetti squash that I also got at the pumpkin farm, and I'm going to make like a chicken parmesan boat out of it. So I'm going to like create the spaghetti, mix it up with some chicken and the sauce, and top it with Trader Joe's mozzarella cheese and pop it back in the oven and have the squash act as the bowl. It's going to be stellar. I don't know exactly how many points it's going to be, but check out Instagram because there will definitely be a picture of it on there. And then at Trader Joe's today, I finally got my hands on delicata squash, which is blowing up Instagram for all of the Weight Watchers Instagrammers. I'm like, I've never tried this squash. So basically what I'm trying to say is I'm trying new things. I'm getting into the produce of the season and taking full advantage of it. And using the produce of the season is a great way to incorporate and bulk up your foods and incorporate 0 point foods into my day, which is what I've been doing this week and what I can plan on continuing to do next week. My treat is going to be a vegetable. Who am I? My treat is going to be a vegetable? What? This is how you know the Weight Watchers lifestyle is changing you. Your treats become healthy things. Anyway, looking ahead to next week, in theory, I have no challenges. I have nothing on my calendar. I have no plans of going out. Plans, of course, are always subject to change, but looking ahead, I have no plans that will make my food choices be out of my control. And if you guys keep hearing background noise in this video, this is responsible for it. Say hello, Gracie. Hello, Gracie. This dog needs a haircut so bad, but true story, I'm gonna let her hair grow for another 2 weeks. I'm going to like ruffle it up and she's going to be a dust bunny for Halloween because she's a hot mess. Aren't you, Gracie? Yes. So, any background noises, this one. I've taken 3 toys away from her that make noise during the filming of this video. Puppy mom problems. And that is everything for this week's weekly weigh-in. Let me know in the comments below how your week has gone. Did you have any struggles that you want to talk about? Did you have any non-scale victories? That's another thing. I had a non-scale victory. Some of the clothes that were just a little bit too tight are starting to fit me properly again, which is super exciting. I hung out in a sweater yesterday that I haven't worn in quite some time, and I did some measurements. Make sure you track more than just your weight, my friend. I took my measurements and I lost 1 inch off my hips and 1 inch off my waist, which I'm super stoked about, and I totally am attributing that to my body pump class. So, did you have any non-scale victories that you might want to share? Let me know in the comments below. I told you. So, Gracie squeaking means that I should probably be done. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care, and I will see you in my next video.